Welcome to Lori Tries Life.
Okay, so these are tarot. These are not tarot cards. Well, let's just see. Before I get my panties in a bunch. Lori, just see, okay? You don't have to jump to conclusions. You know what assuming does.
It makes a donkey's butt out of you and out of me.
It's reproductions of art. Okay, so it is the Jesus Tarot. Let's see, it comes in this, and they call it the Jesus Tarot Christian Art Oracle. And thank you so much. We are blessed to share our passion with you. Our cards are made in love with love, and we want you to feel that. Take a card, get sparkled. Kisses from Carmen. So these are the backs. Jesus Tarot Christian Oracle. Fair cardstock. It says, also known as the trumps, from their historical origin, the major arcana are considered the most important group of cards in the tarot. To some, they represent universal archetypes. To others, they represent the spiritual quest of enlightenment. And it tells us how to use the tarot. 1, with a blank mind, pick a card with each hand and let yourself be surprised. The left card is the emotional message. The right card is the action message. 2, focusing on a specific issue, ache or pain. Pick a card with each hand. The left card is the cause and the right card is the solution. Wow. 3, for decisions, pick 3 cards and place them down. The left card is the past, the middle is the present, and the right is the future. And then we have a card that says Jesus of Nazareth. Jesus of Nazareth, or Jesus Christ, was a first-century Jewish preacher and religious leader. He is the central figure of Christianity, the world's largest religion. Most Christians believe he is the incarnation of God, the Son, and the awaited Messiah, the Christ, prophesied in the Old Testament. Okay, so we have the first one, 0, the Fool. It says, do not be anxious about tomorrow, for tomorrow will be anxious for itself. Let the day's own trouble be sufficient for the day. Christ the Good Shepherd. Okay, so it's telling us what piece of art this is. And then on the other side it says, new beginnings, optimism, trust in life. So we have like maybe numerology, we'll see, or what the Fool is. We'll see how that plays out. Okay, so this is Sermon on the Mount by Carl Block. And 1, or The Magician, Action, the Power to Manifest. Okay. So I say to you, ask and it will be given to you. Search and you will find. Knock and the door will be opened for you. So these are definitely Bible verses. Like it, I like it, I like it already. So 2, the High Priestess, Christ embracing Saint Bernard, 1625 to 27. The High Priestess, man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceeds from the mouth of God. So inaction, going within, the mystical. So we're describing what the High Priestess is, not necessarily the Nemba. Oh, I'm enjoying this. 3, the Empress. If you bring forth what is within you, what you bring forth will save you. If you do not bring forth what is within you, what you do not bring forth will destroy you. Wow. But this is Christ in the House of Martha and Mary by Henrique, Hector. Okay, I'm not going to make these words out, but I'll show them to you. Isn't that a nice, beautiful, beautiful portrait, picture, painting, piece of art? You know what I mean. The Emperor, he only is my rock and my salvation, my fortress, I shall not be shaken. Structure, stability, rules, and power. So that's kind of a 4. And the Emperor. And this is this Pilate saying to the Jewish leaders, you want me to execute him? Do you really want me to execute him? From what I know, they said, hey, I don't really want to do this. Pontius Pilate, I don't really want to do this. And they said, do it. Which is inscrutable to me. Okay, but it was to be, right? 5, the Hierophant. When I'm not on camera, I can say that correctly, I think. And it's a portrait of Jesus washing Peter's feet by Ford Maddox Brown. And it says institutions, tradition, society, and its rules. It's interesting to have the Hierophant in a Jesus tarot. I love Jesus. The Lovers by Francesco Albani. Baptism of Christ. Yeah, he was baptized by John the Baptist, right? So the Lovers is sexuality, passion, choice, uniting. There is the beautiful piece of art. So the Lovers, love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your mind. This is the first and greatest commandment. And the second is like it. Love your neighbor as yourself. Beautiful. The Chariot. Christ triumphant entry into Jerusalem, riding on a donkey with palm leaves waving at him, right? So it says movement, progress, integration. See what Bible verse they chose. You have said it, and in the future you will see the Son of Man seated in the place of power at God's right hand and coming on the clouds of heaven. Eight is strength, and it's by Harold Copping, the woman who touched the hem of his garment. And this is strength. Beautiful picture. I am the good shepherd. The good shepherd lays down his life for his sheep. And it says courage, subtle power, integration of animal self. Looked like a U. So the Hermit. is a painting by Ivan Nikolovich Krumsky, Christ in the Wilderness. And it says of the hermit, meditation, solitude, consciousness. And the Bible verse is, I am the way and the truth and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me. Wheel of Fortune, a painting by Philippe de Champagne, The Good Shepherd. Isn't that a popular one, isn't it? Okay, and on the side, Wheel of Fortune is cycles, change, ups and downs. And it uses the Bible verse, give to everyone who asks of you, and from him who takes away your goods, do not ask for them back. And just as you want men to do to you, you also do to them likewise. So that's really important. I mean, to love your neighbor as you would want to be treated as you love yourself. So we have justice as 11. Christ and the rich young ruler. Justice. On the side it says fairness, equity, and balance. And when you stand praying, if you hold anything against anyone, forgive them, so that your Father in heaven may forgive you your sins. "12. The Hanged Man, Diego Rodriguez de Silva Velazquez." Hey, that wasn't too bad. Christ on the Cross. The meaning of the Hanged Man, they have a surrender, new perspective, and enlightenment. The Hanged Man's quote is, "Blessed are those who are persecuted because of righteousness, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven." The Beatitudes in Matthew 5, is it chapter 5? 13 is Death, and it is a painting by Jean-Baptiste Cornell, The Resurrection of Lazarus. And the meaning that it inscribes to it is the end of something, change, the impermanability of all things. And death, the Bible verse is, except a man be born again, he cannot see the kingdom of God. So this is temperance. And look at Jesus there. Look at around him shining. Karl Heinrich Bloch. I'm sorry. And it's The Woman of the Well. Isn't it pretty? So the Bible verse here is temperance. But I say to you who hear, love your enemies, do good to those who hate you, bless those who curse you, and pray for those who spitefully use you. Beautiful. 15, The Devil. A painting by Ari Schiffer, The Temptation of Christ. The devil is described as destructive patterns, addiction, giving away your power. And the quote is, "Begone, Satan, for it is written, you shall worship the Lord your God, and him only shall you serve." "16, the Tower," is a portrait by Rembrandt van Rid. Okay. It's a portrait by a really good painter. "Christ in the Storm of the Sea of Galilee." And the tower is described as collapse of stable structures, release, sudden insight. In the tower, it's described as, "I have told you these things so that in me you may have peace. In this world you will have trouble, but take heart, I have overcome the world." The star, the star, the star. The star is a portrait again by Karl Heinrich Bloch, "Christ and a Boy." The star says hope, calm, good omen. And the Bible verse is, "Let the little children come to me, and do not hinder them, for the kingdom of heaven belongs to such as these." I like the card. There's like a little burst there, but it's kind of a tan, kind of old brick. I like that. This is The Last Supper by Karl Heinrich Bloch. I'm going to say Bloch. We've had enough of it now that I'm going to say Bloch. The Moon. Oh, this is an interesting moon card. Mystery, the subconscious, and dreams. So this is at the Last Supper, and he says, "In the same way, let your light shine before others, that they may see your good deeds and glorify your Father in heaven." I thought he was going to say something like something about Judas, but no, it is mystery, the subconscious, and dreams. Oh, what a beautiful painting. What a beautiful, beautiful painting. Peter walks on water. So the sun is success, happiness, all will be well. I like that. All will be well. And the Bible verse is, "Peace be with you. As the Father has sent me, I am sending you." Awesome. We have the world. The Baptism of Christ, 1723. And it's judgment, which means, by this card, return, a new phase, inner calling. The harvest is plentiful, but the works are few. Ooh. And the last card is the world. Isn't that a beautiful card? Beautiful. So the key words for the world is completion, wholeness, attainment, celebration of life. The transfiguration. And the verse or quote is, "With men this is impossible, but with God all things are possible." Look at the detail. Okay, that is the Jesus Tarot, and I am super, super happy about this deck. It is done really well. It's done really well. I don't see any spelling errors, which is really a pet peeve of mine, and I find them all the time. There's no spelling errors, no grammar errors. I love this tan, old brick or weathered type look to it. The back as well, with like the cracks, like it's a wall, and the cross. We get just a description card about Jesus, where he came from. Okay, now I'm going to do 2. See, I'm concentrating. Let's do this. I'm concentrating on a pain. Okay, this is the cause, and this is the solution. Cause, because I'm a fool. The solution. All right. All right. All right. Okay. That's fine. I'm fine. Don't worry about me. Okay. This is a fabulous deck for me anyway. I was worried that it would be like a sacrilege, but I do not see it that way at all. The way they did it is so beautiful and so respectful, and I think it's going to be a really interesting deck in my collection. So thank you all for sticking with me. I know that religion can be a touchy subject, but I really appreciate you sticking with me and hearing mine out. Take care, and I appreciate you being a part of my tarot journey, a part of my life journey, because I am trying. Thanks, and until next time, here comes the kitty.